Hello everybody. If you are new here, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. I'm Elizabeth with New Day Sensory Shop, and today I had an idea. So a while back in one of my videos, you will have seen that I said, should I make my own eyes? I was thinking about making them anyway, and just on a tangent, I may have bought the things. There's some vinyl around here too to make my own eyes, which you will of course see the vinyl when we get to it, but I have decided that I'm going to make my own eyes. First thing I'm going to do, clear up my workspace. So I thought we would clear up my workspace together, and then we would get this prepped to go and borrow my mom's stuff, because we are moving, and I know I've said that in every single one. We've been planning on the move since January, so it's been a long time coming. My heat press is packed. For the longest time, my Cricut was packed and I just couldn't handle it. So, but my heat press is packed, but Mom has hers. So we're gonna borrow her heat press. And she has a Cricut heat press. I have a different one, but you know, we all have what we can afford. But anyway, Mom has one that's quite big and will help us put the heat bond onto the felt. I got this felt from, insert name here, and it is EN 713-3 certified, so I have all the shinies for that, and it will be safe for babies and a lot safer than safety eyes, which, to be fair, according to the UKCA recommendations, the safety eyes are safe. I just personally wouldn't give infants safety eyes because there is a chance. And the chance is higher than, say, with felt eyes, that they will swallow and choke. We don't want that. Anyway, fewer hospital visits, the better. So let's get to it. As you can see, I have quite a lot of my whips on here, and boy howdy do I have a lot of whips right now. I ran out of baby eyes. And so I am waiting for everything that has my 9mm for my new eyes to come in. And if you would like to know where my eyes come from, and they are also EN 71-3 certified, leave a comment. And then I will tell you. Alright guys, so here's what we're gonna do. What we have here. So what I have here is Heat and Bond. This is the Ultra Hold. If you're gonna want to sew your eyes, you're gonna want to use Light Bond. But I have the Ultra Bond. And what we do is we open it up and we're gonna cut it to size, the size that we want it to be. I want to do it in manageable pieces because of course this is my Cricut mat, one of my Cricut mats. I have quite a few. But that's my mat and I want it to fit on my mat nicely, so we're gonna make sure that we have them about the same size, and I'm gonna go for about 1 square. I'm not gonna exactly measure it because that's just not needed, but I am gonna cut it out 1 square, and then I'm going to cut out the heat bond and put them together and kind of make sure that they're all organized, and then we'll take them down in sheets and we're going to have them heat pressed with Mom's Cricut heat press. Okay, I'm going to be off and on, so you may see a few splits. I just realized I don't have my big girl scissors. I only have itty bitty ones, so I'm going to go grab my big girl scissors and I'll be right back. So now I'm going to do precision shit in front of you, which is going to make me insanely anxious. But we can do this, right? We got this. All right, here we go. thing is it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm just going to be cutting it again on the Cricut and it doesn't have to be exactly sized. So it doesn't matter if I get some like this or I get some like this, which is the best way to craft for me because I get really anxious when I have to be perfect. And then I'll just sit here with rulers and all kinds of things to make it just perfect. And I'll spend hours doing that, which for me isn't as fun as this. I would like to point out, like right now, I've never made eyes before. I saw a video on YouTube. I was thinking about making some or buying some, and I was like, I have vinyl. I have a Cricut. I have access to bulk felt. I can do this. So rather than buy what was already available, I may purchase a template. I may make my own template. I did watch on how, and I'm really cheap, so I guess we'll find out in this video, because this video is all about my first attempt and first experience at making safety eyes. Let's keep going. Here we have done, all cut up felt in nice manageable sheets. Now I'm gonna assume there's a good way and a bad way to do felt, but I don't know. Because it looks the same to me. This side feels smoother. Owing to the size and shape of these, I may make one felt that's that big too. Which I was making it a little bit less than the felt, so we don't have it all sticking out. Voila, we have one with the paper side out. I'm going to read the directions in a second, just so you know. Maybe I'll do it now. Okay, so strongest no-sew adhesive. This is the Heat and Bond Ultra Hold iron-on adhesive. What is Heat and Bond Ultra Hold? Heat and Bond Ultra Hold is an ultra-strength iron-on adhesive designed specifically for no-sew craft, home decor, and wearable projects. The solid sheet adhesive and paper backing allow designs to be drawn, traced, or hand-printed and then easily cut out. Once applied, Heat and Bond Ultra Hold is not to be sewn through. Heat and Bond Ultra Hold es un adhesivo. No, I'm not going to do it, sorry. It's great for fabric, patches, denim, leather, suede, and appliques. So, the directions. Pre-wash all materials without fabric softeners. Pre-test adhesive on materials before starting project. We're going to skip that step. Not the washing, but the pre-testing, because it's going to work or it's not. I'm just kind of all in. Don't do this at home. Preheat iron to medium heat, no steam. Place adhesive on back of material to be bonded. We're going to use a heat press. Place and hold iron on the paper for 2 seconds. Repeat until entire surface is bonded. Allow to cool. Cut to size or shape needed. Peel off paper liner. Place material adhesive side down on top of project. Press and hold for 8 seconds on each section until the entire piece is bonded. Times listed above are for cotton. Iron light fabrics for only 6 seconds. Iron thick fabrics for an additional 2 seconds. So to be fair, we would be definitely doing it for 4 seconds because it's a thicker fabric. Maybe 4 to 6. We'll see. Time listed are above are for cotton, iron light fabrics for only 6 seconds, so no more than 6. Iron thick fabrics an additional 2 seconds from the back of the project. Do not sew if stitching is required. Use heat and bond light. See, very important information. And then we have some figures. I'm going to show you them. Figures don't help me. I don't think picturally. I'm like, what does this picture mean? As evidenced by, you remember when I wasn't sure if we were going to triangle or circle? This means delicate washing cold. And this means tumble dry because it has words on it. But I've actually learned what they mean now. Yay! I won't remember. I have a little card that tells me. It sits over there. And so, since we now have an extra little sheet here, I'm going to cut this off, and at the end, I'll fit some fabric to it. Whatever I don't use, or if I cut it in a strange way of the felt, I will just use on the back of my eyes. I put a little felt here, inside the back here, and then I pop the eyes through to keep my safety eyes safe. So I'm not worried about wasting. I don't waste. I will find something to do with it. I'm a huge proponent of progress, not perfection, because I struggle so hard to be good. When I first heard done is better than perfect, or progress, not perfection, I was like, that is good, because that way I don't spend 300 hours trying to do something and then hating everything that I do. So I know it's going to aggravate some people to watch, the way I'm cutting, the way that I do things. And I apologize, and if it's not your thing, it's okay. You know, I get it. Come back on the next one. You'll see some fun stuff. But I can be sloppy. I can be messy. I just try to enjoy and learn, because otherwise I just would go crazy. But I want you to know that I'm thinking about it. Every time I get a weird crooked line, I'm thinking about it. And that's why I'm mentioning it. But it's okay. I can do this, and I can do it messy. And it'll be okay. I wish I had a fabric cutter and a mat, and someday maybe I'll have all of the tools that would make it really fast and easy, but I don't, and this is what I have, and this is what we're working with. Use what you have and craft anyway. I will be back either with Mom's heat press, or I will be back with sheets. Maybe I will show you downstairs the heat press. I'm not sure. I might need her help. And here we are again. So Mom let me borrow her. Isn't it pretty? And we've got our heat mat and our silicone mat, and it's all shiny. And we are getting ready to go. See how that went. Looks like it did perfect. Now, I take this off and I'm going to let it cool. But I'm going to keep this because that's what the tutorial said. So far, I am really pleased with this process. It's been really fun and easy. Look at this. Isn't that awesome? So I went from the other one to this one. My mess is insane. Ignore the mess. There's only so much I can do. It's a tiny room and we have a lot of inventory for it. So now we're going to go and do the things. First thing I'm going to do is make one of these. I think we're going to do it, like I said, 1 inch. I don't want them to be too big. I don't want them to be too small. Duplicate. I'm going to make it a pretty moon. What do you think? Is that a nice moon? That's a nice moon. Slice that. Voila. If you're not familiar with Cricut, this is not a very good tutorial. Just saying. At all. It's just not. Okay. I'm going to make these white so that, or you know what, light pink so that they are seen. Now we're going to get some more shapes. I know, I mean, I really seriously considered buying some that are really cute, but duplicate, thank you. Send it back. Send it back. All right, here we go. I'm gonna have these eyes do this. What do you think? Should we do more? Should there be more cutesies? How does that look? Do you think that would look good? Undo. I resized. I didn't mean to. So what do you think? Do you think that'd look cute on a little plushie? I think I want to add something. So I was going to add something. I'm going to move these over here because they're done. Those are done. I'm going to add a cute little heart, I think. So I like the heart idea. I'll make it super small and super purple. Let's see. Might make it smaller. What do you think? I don't know. I think we'll maybe do a few eyes, but I kind of like this star-eyed look. I really kind of do. If I do this, I will duplicate in both eyes because that's how I'm feeling, and shapes. Another little circle and the color. I know, I think I might want that at they aren't going to be pink and purple. They are going to be white and probably rainbow. This will be rainbow, this will be white, but I don't know, what do you think? Here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna do some that are just like this. Let's see here. I'm gonna delete all of that. I'm gonna duplicate this and then flip it and then move it over here. Okay, now I'm gonna do circles, and I definitely need them 1 inch. Duplicate. So here I've got my circles. So I have my first set of eyes, which is 1, 2. I'm doing this so that I can have them on separate mats, okay? So I need 1, 2. Let's see how these look. But I need to move it. These are going to stay there. These are going to stay there. They're exactly where they are. It doesn't really matter. All right, now I'm going to click Make It. Now, you see me going, oh, this is real me. Sorry. You know, I look a little weird. I've not done this before. So you can see all my little operations over here. I've never showed anybody me playing on my Cricut game. Cricut game. Next level, sudden death. We see how it works. So I'm going to click Make It and see what happens. So you can see. And I'm going to show you my other counter. So you see how this is on one mat? This is on another mat, of which I'm going to put them like this. and then this is on another mat. So, and how these are technically on the mat, but they're also movable. Everything's movable. Kind of arrange it how I want it. That's 3. This is 2 again. First thing we're doing is felt. Oh, there it is, felt. I'm going to click more because it's got a sticky on it. So from what I've seen, people use their deep cut blade, and I don't have a deep cut blade. I only have a regular blade, but my mom has a deep cut blade, so it just kind of depends. I'm going to see what whether this works well. If this doesn't work well, I'm going to have to borrow her blade. All right, so I've got my vinyl. Oh, maybe I shouldn't do everyday iron. Let's see. I'm just going to double check to make sure that I'm using the very best thing. Use the very best thing that I can. This one, because it is holographic, it is heat transfer, and it is Cricut. So there is that. Make sure mirror is turned on. Okay, so mirror is not turned on. So let's put edit. Because remember I said I wasn't sure if I needed to mirror it. I'm going to put more. I always err on the side of more, especially as I've just used this to cut a butt ton of cardstock. Then we will watch and hope as it pops out. Oh, look at that. Yay. I know how to use a Cricut. I do. Okay. Then we click done and we're done. I will probably change things in the future. I learn every time I make these things. One of the things I will probably do on these is try not to cut it all the way through at all and make it work like that, because that works a little better for me and I can pull off the things. Heat transfer vinyl is interesting, and I, again, forget every time how to make something. But don't let not knowing how to do something keep you from doing it. I saw something, I'm trying something, you're getting to see me do it for the first time, and I'm failing quite a bit. I'm making mistakes, and that's okay. I don't want you to not make mistakes because you're afraid of what other people will think, or you're afraid that you won't do it right. I'm gonna use these first mistakes that I made here, and I'm gonna use them for my testing, because they don't have to look perfect if I put them on a test animal. And that way I can test the eyes and I didn't waste materials. So stay positive and look on the bright side. Back to the other camera. Okay, so full disclosure, I redid them because I forgot completely how to do HTV vinyl while showing you. Again, I'm not really doing a tutorial video here, I'm just doing a craft. And so anyway, it was just a few seconds and I redid it so that we could do the heat transfer the right way for the rest of it. And like I said, yeah, it's about making mistakes, but also I couldn't make it work right, and I had to do it again. And that's okay too. So we're gonna get ready, do it on here. Not sticking on, so I think we need to put it on for longer. That's my theory. So these are these eyes, and I mean, they're not perfect. I maybe would have done them a little differently in the future, but they're eyes. They're testable. Again, mistakes were made, but okay, I don't love how this one turned out. I made lots of mistakes. But this one is super cute, so, you know, I just gotta get better at it and practice. I do think I do think that researching how much time I'm going to put on them, I think it's worth doing though. Like, I totally see that as a super cute eye. I could see it on one of my plushies. And then we just super glue it, or we hot glue gun it to the back. So, I don't know. What do you think? Should I make some more eyes and practice? Thanks for coming with me on this journey of making my very first eyes for plushies. I think I will put a white dot right here because I just don't like it the way it is, and that's fine. I don't have to like it the way it is, and I can make a white dot. I can change them all I want. Thank you for coming on this adventure with me today, and I hope that you had fun. If you liked this content, please click like and subscribe. And hey, leave a comment and let me know so that I know that you like this kind of fun stuff and I should make more of it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.